originally, I knew we were gonna have a rabbit and I knew we were gonna have a duck because of the Bugs Bunny. And so those were the things for sure that we were gonna have. And then I was just trying to think of different animals that I thought would be funny. And then think of woodland animals as well. And I was like, I like raccoons, so a raccoon would be a perfect one. And then the fox, and then the skunk. I decided these were gonna be the 6 animals we were gonna use. So they went and designed them, and it took me over a week or 2 weeks to come up with all the names. Because in order to breathe life into them, they had to have a name. You know, they can't just be, all right, it's the squirrel or it's the fox. We just tried to get the first character, and that was the rabbit. So if you'll go and see all those old concepts of how the rabbit was, and that was the most frustrating. Just trying to, let's just get this one character done, and then we can base the rest of them off of that. So we just stuck with the one character, and that's the rabbit. So I kept like giving designs of these rabbits. So they came back with all these designs of the rabbits. I didn't like them, you know, because they just didn't capture that cute factor that I wanted to. They were making the characters adults, and we went back and forth, because I saw this as a kid's game. I really saw this, like I said, as like Shrek. You know, it's really meant for kids, but adults would get it, get the humor, and have fun. But when they saw the game, came at it from a gamer's perspective. They wanted to build it as a gamer would enjoy playing this game. So there was a disconnect there, you know, and it took a lot to really, for us to come together and to an understanding of what we're trying to accomplish and achieve. Because they kept, they kept kind of fighting me on this concept because they want the gamers, and because the gamers are gonna play it, and I kept saying, these are kids, the gamers are the kids, and yeah, let's set it up with achievements, and we'll have all these special weapons, so, you know, the true gamers will have more variety. But we stymied ourselves a little bit too, because after not being able to use the name Open Season, and I came up with this, just trying to brainstorm, came up with this idea of Furballs, then they were like, then they got caught up in Furballs and having this ball of fur. And they're like, hey, well, if your name's gonna be Furballs, we've gotta have this ball of fur, and, you know, and this thing. And I'm just like, don't worry about trying to design the character around the name Furballs. I said, Furballs will be the name, and then people will associate these characters with the name. So they don't have to look like Furballs. So at that point in time too, I started to go out and look for other illustrators to design them. So like, if I can't get these guys to get on the same page, I'm gonna have to find someone who can do it. Well, and at this time, when we were going through this, that's when my brother said, hey, you know, the reason why these things aren't cute is because these are adults and they're not kids. You know, so we need to draw these as kids. And at that point in time, that's when I went back to Boo Boo and I said, hey, draw the characters as kids. Don't worry about making them into balls of fur. Just draw them as a normal fox or rabbit. Draw a normal rabbit as a kid. Go. And then once they did that, then that's when everything came together. So I was like, all right, we found it. We found the cuteness, and it was great. I was happy and pleased because we were able to use the same illustrators, keep everything how it was, because we have become a family and close knit, you know. So I was very grateful to be able to accomplish that.